The regulation allows prices to adjust transparently, reduces fiscal exposure of the state, and we do away with the illusion that politicians can sustainably micromanage ating oil, no? Without creating distortions. Yun yung really the key advantages, no, of deregulating. The OPSF, the Oil Price Stabilization Fund before, no, it on paper, in theory, seemed to be a good idea. So gagawin niya, no, it would fix prices over given periods even as the world crude oil price moved up and down. So domestically stable siya, no, but some mechanism has to absorb it, and that is precisely function ng fund na to, no, to absorb those fluctuations, no, yung volatility in global prices, no. So merong level, okay, kapag mas mababa doon, yung mga oil companies magbabayad into the fund. Kapag tumaas doon, they would be compensated. That's how the mechanism would work. Okay, and with proper management and timing of domestic petroleum price adjustments, payments into and out of the fund should balance out over time. In theory, ganun. Yung OPSF, naging gatasan, cash cow ng gobyerno, especially when it found itself saddled with large fiscal deficits. Okay, and nung 80s and early 90s, no, madalas yon during the time na nagkaroon ng OPSF 1984, diba? So when the OPSF, when it was in surplus, the government would dip its fingers into the fund that was solely meant for the gas price smoothing mechanism. So, pinapakialaman nila yan. government consistently failed to adjust petroleum prices upward when it was time to do so. Why? Because politically unpalatable. You'd risk pissing off many people, especially during election season, leading the OPSF to run into huge deficits in billions of pesos. The system discouraged further investment in petroleum refining as oil companies got burned by long delays in OPSF payments to compensate them for losses when world prices were high and rising. But of course, no, syempre, yung disadvantages nga, we're feeling that right now, no, pagka mayroong ganito, sa pool tayo. Did want to offer immediate relief. It's very tempting now to go back to where it was, no, na yung presyo, no, daw, no, stable. Okay, back in the day, no, if we go by basic economic principles, no, that there are going to be trade-offs, that there is no free lunch, that for every benefit that you enjoy, someone has to foot the bill, someone has to pay for it. Largely out of control yung global oil prices, no? Okay. Huwag nating pilitin na kaya nating i-tame. Okay? Because if we do that, no, it's going to create worse problems. Hindi yung prices per se yung dapat i-regulate, no? But it's really more of the behavior, no, of the players in the industry. But it's not that deregulation per se that we should blame. We should have invested, no, more on renewables, alternative energy sources, created more buffer stock, etc. Kasi itong problema naman natin, ang pinag-uugatan nito is our huge dependence on oil. 90% ini-import natin. Kaya pag may mangyari talaga, masasapul tayo.